Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Edifier R1280 bookshelf speakers slash studio monitors, which are a great pair of mid-range, decently priced studio monitors that give out a punchy sound. It's been a week since I've been using them. Here is my full review. First up, there you go. These are the specs right on your screen. If you're new here, you should know that we don't talk about specs over here because I'm a firm believer that a bunch of numbers don't really define a product. So yeah, I'm going to be giving you my user review of if I like them, if they sound good, if they're built good, and how do they look. Now first up, let's talk about the build quality. Now according to the website and the box, these are in fact made of real wood. Now the wood finish that they chose is good. It really complements your bedroom, your living room, or wherever you decide to keep them. They have used metal and wood, and I think they have a really nice build quality. The cables are also nice and thick. In fact, they give you good old classic speaker cable with these. Yeah, so no problems with build quality overall. They also give you a little remote from which you can control the volume or mute it. Now if you get the Bluetooth version, the remote can do a lot of stuff, but I don't think the Bluetooth version is really worth the extra money, and we're going to be talking about that later in the video. But yeah, for build quality, I'd give it good 9 out of 10. I think they're really solidly built, nothing to worry about in that front. Let's talk about connectivity. These guys have the normal speaker cables to join the two speakers. You know, if you've seen those, one golden and then one silver cable that you plug that thing into the clamps behind. It's pretty easy. You can see on the manual how to do that. This also has an RC input if you want to use it with a turntable or something like that, and of course you also have a 3.5mm headphone jack to an RC cable input. On the back, you can actually connect two things. You can connect an RC input and then the 3.5mm headphone jack to RC cable. So you can plug these speakers simultaneously into two things and then play. If you play both of them, if you're into chaos, you can actually play both of them, and you know, a mixture of the sound will come out. So yeah, you can actually, you know, maybe plug into your PC and then also lay one cable out on the side to connect to a turntable or something like that, and just play whichever one you want, put the other one on mute. So that's good. Now there's also a Bluetooth version of these which you can pay extra for, but that thing is just, I don't think it's really worth it for the price. You know, you can just plug these things into your PC. Now I have personally done what I think is the best option is connect it to a smart speaker if you have one, or if you don't have one, just buy one. Buy the mini ones. I've connected mine to an Amazon Echo Dot, the smaller one, and it has a 3.5mm headphone jack on the back, and you can just use that as your main input device. That thing is brilliant. You can that converts this thing into, first of all, a smart speaker, and then also because the Echo have a Spotify integration, you can actually just say play any song on your Spotify account. That thing works, and also on the app and all, on the phone, and also on your PCs and Macs. In the devices available, just select the Echo Dot. It plays on the Echo and the audio comes through these amazing speakers. So yeah, in my opinion, that's the best thing that you can do with these. Just connect them to a smart speaker. Of course, you can connect them to a turntable or any 3.5mm audio source that you want. So yeah, that's it for connectivity. These are pretty yeah, I think they're pretty good with connectivity. You can get the Bluetooth version. I don't really recommend it. If you got the money, then go ahead. If you really want it, go ahead. But the smart speaker option is a much better place to spend that money. Alright, next up, let's talk about the most important thing, of course, the audio quality. These things are amazing for the price, and even if you're not talking about the price, the audio quality is in fact really good. These on the side have three knobs, three dials. You can control the volume from there, you can control the bass, and you can control the treble from there. Now if you're not familiar with all this stuff, volume of course you know, bass of course you know, treble is basically the highs. So if you boost the treble, it's gonna just push a little more power to the higher section of the audio of whatever music you're playing. So you can control that. Now the really good thing I found about these speakers is, in a lot of these speakers with a bass adjuster right on the speakers, what these guys do is they boost the bass of course, but then also the highs and the mids are kind of slipped into that boost. So So you're hearing, the bass is not precise is what I want to say. But in these ones, the bass is really precise. They only boost what is to be boosted, that is the bass. And they don't really tinker around with the highs and mids. They leave that part untouched, which is great. The treble, again, only boosts the highs. In some speakers I've experienced that the treble dial is just messing with the mids. It's boosting both of them, which is not really good. You don't get a good experience. So the dials are really useful, and they are very particular about what they're meant to do. Talking about the dials, here's a con. The volume dial doesn't remember its place. So if you turn these things off and then you turn them on again, it just resets to the original volume value. So say they've set it to like 50% or whatever, it just goes back to that. So you can't save it. You have to turn it up every time you turn them on again. And also, these are a pair of powered speakers, so that means you have to turn them off like at night whenever you go to sleep, because you can't leave them on all the time, because these suck power through wall all the time, regardless of music is playing or not. And that is actually bad for power speakers, because that generates heat, and you're basically shortening the life of the coil, which basically makes the speaker work. Alright, enough of the dial stuff. Let's talk about the actual sound quality itself. The sound quality is really, really good. The bass is nice and punchy. Again, the control is really precise. You can get more bass if you want, and you can get more treble if you want. The sound quality is amazing. The bass is really punchy. The highs are crystal clear, and the mids are not, sometimes, a lot of times in these speakers, the mids are just killed. Not really killed, but yeah, kind of suppressed. And so instrument separation is really good. The highs are crystal clear, mids are not suppressed, you can hear them, the bass is nice and punchy. These things have foam feet, so the thing doesn't rattle your table or your, whatever you've kept there. So it doesn't produce that rattling, which is good, because otherwise you have to buy foam pads to keep below them so that it doesn't completely destroy your sound by rattling. So that's good. Also, these have an inbuilt amplifier, so you don't need to connect them to an amplified audio source, which is good, because I've connected to an Echo Dot. You don't expect that thing to have the best audio output, so an inbuilt amplifier is really good. Especially when these are mid-range speakers and you want a whole package when you're spending your money on something like this. Yeah, audio quality 10 out of 10. I've seen people online saying that the sound gets muddy at times. I don't know why they're getting muddy sound, because I've never experienced it. And I've tried a lot of different music genres on these, and they just perform really good with everything you throw at it. I've tried hip hop, pop, rock. Talking about rock, that new Machine Gun Kelly album, Tickets to My Downfall, is fire. And I've seen all these Eminem stans just going in the comments and saying, oh, he killed you, so now you're switching genres to rock. But I don't think that's true. The dude is on fire. Go check that rock album out if you're anything into it. Also, you can remove the faceplate, the front thing, like that one. So you got like 4 little plastic pieces that go into you. Now you can see I've just removed from one of them and I have it on the other, so it looks kind of cool, So yeah, I think that's the best look if you want to try it, or you can keep both of them on, but that doesn't really look that good. So yeah, remove one, keep the other one. That's a pretty sweet look. But yeah, I guess that's it for these ones. In my opinion, if you're about to spend anywhere around $100 to $200 on speakers, there are a lot of options online, and you can spend all of that on a Bluetooth speaker and get something, or you can spend that money on bookshelf speakers or studio monitors like these ones. And I think these give a lot better value than those Bluetooth speakers. You can just connect these to a source that has Bluetooth, like I have done, like on a smart speaker on an Echo Dot. It's amazing that way. Really one of the best ways to use these speakers. So yeah, these offer a lot more value in terms of sound quality than those Bluetooth speakers. These are 42 watts, and in this price segment, you basically cannot get any Bluetooth speaker that sounds even close to these. You have to spend at least $100 more than these to get sound quality as good as these ones. So yeah, these are an absolute banger. If you're even thinking of buying these, go ahead and buy these. I guarantee you're not gonna have any problems with these. These are great. So yeah, that's it for this review. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment down below. What do you think about these, or basically anything? It helps with the algorithm. That's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Stay safe.